So here we go. We are going to start by sitting down wherever it's comfortable for you. Let your hands relax down, either on your lap. They can be down or up. That's personal preference. You can close your eyes or let the gaze come right off your cheekbones. Feel your inhale through your nose. Feel your exhale as you release the breath all the way out. Stay here for a few breaths as you feel your inhale, diaphragm, ribs, chest. Feel your exhale as the breath releases all the way out. As you focus on your breath, feel softness in your face, your jaw, shoulders relax. Take one more full inhale. Full exhale. At the end of your breath, bring your hands to heart center. Eyes can open. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Hands heart center. Exhale. 2 more times. Reach up. Inhale. Hands heart center. Exhale. Hold one more time. It's your reach up. Hands, heart center. Bring your hands next to your side and sweep the left arm up as you take a side stretch. Keep your sitting bones down in your mat block. Here's a reach up as you inhale, twist or side stretch as you exhale. Here comes the inhale. Gentle twist as you exhale. Here's the inhale up. Gentle twist, exhale. Reach your arms up here. Bring your hands out to the side. Lift your chest, inhale. Hug a big ball as you exhale. Here's the lift of your chest, inhale. Hug a big ball, exhale. One more time. Take your inhale, lift your chest, open. Hug a big ball, exhale. Bring your hands down to your lap, sit up tall, add some upper body circles. We're taking our body around in one direction. It can be big, it can be small, it's wherever it feels good for you. And then we switch directions. We take it around in the opposite direction. When you finish this circle, sit up tall. Let's bring our feet out in front of us as we get ready to take a little windshield wiper side to side. You can take your knees to one side, off to the other. So wherever it feels good, taking it side to side. From here, we're moving into all fours to practice our cow-cat. You can start bringing yourself through onto your hands and knees as you get ready to take your cow-cat. Just think wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. Drop the belly, open your chest, inhale. Then pull your belly up towards the ceiling, exhale. Work with your breath at your pace as you move through your spine. So you want to feel yourself open between your shoulder blades, your mid-back, your low back, tailbone drops. Then reverse the movement as you let the belly drop down. Take one more like this. When you finish your move, child's pose, let your hips slide back as you take the child's pose wherever it works best for you. Now that means your hips might be high, they might be low. It is wherever it feels good to come into your child's pose. Feel the inhale into your back rib cage. Feel the exhale as you release it out. From here, we're coming into our Sphinx pose. You can bring yourself into your forearms. Let your toes reach away. Here comes the stretch. Sphinx, lifting up, opening, lengthening from the top of your head to your toes. Gently release yourself down. Take your hands by your thighs. Here's the reach towards your toes, lengthening your neck. The legs come up. You're in your locust pose, warming up the backside of your body. Hands are by your rib cage. It's cobra. Shoulders roll back. Lift up. Here comes that big stretch all the way up. And now gently release down. We'll do this one more time. Fingertips reach to your toes. Legs lift up. Hands are by your rib cage. Shoulders back. Cobra. Legs come down. Lift open. Take a little look over one shoulder. Stretch your neck a little bit. Take a look over the other shoulder. Release yourself all the way down and give yourself a child's pose one more time. Press back. Here comes your child's pose. Open up to the backside. Bring yourself forward, and we're preparing for our first downward dog. So right here, ground your hands down, fingers can be spread apart. Feel the hands come down into the mat. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Now make any adjustments so you have a good length for your downward dog. Bend both your knees. Start by softening the knees, pressing the hips back so you can stretch your spine. Tailbone is going to shoot away and you lengthen through your spine. Legs can go straight. Heels come up. Our tailbone is high. And now your heels press down towards the mat. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. And then think hips press back as you get a little longer. Check in with your breath. Plank pose as you slide forward. Here comes your plank. And hold your plank here. Feel the legs. Take one more breath in your plank. Downward dog. Lift your hips. Press back. Hips come up. Lengthen. Remember, you can always keep a bend in your knees if that feels better for your hamstrings, your spine, your shoulders. We want this downward dog to feel good. Plank pose. Slide forward. Hold your plank here. Check in with your breath. Feeling the full inhale. Exhale, core engaged, glutes tight. Downward dog, lift your hips, press back. Check in with your breath. Take your full inhale. Full exhale. Soften your knees. Look towards the top of your mat. Step or walk to the top of your mat here. Here is your halfway lift. Start by lengthening through your tailbone, long spine, forward fold, release down. Ground down into your feet, engage your legs. Inhale as you reach all the way up to standing. Hands, heart center. We're going through some half sun salutations. Reach up is an inhale. Forward fold is an exhale. Soften the knees, let your ribs rest on your thighs. Neck relaxes down. Halfway lift. Lengthen. Press into the bottoms of your feet. Forward fold. Reach all the way up to standing. Hands, heart center. One more time, just like this. It's your reach up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, knees soft, rib cage connects to your thighs. Halfway lift, long spine, strong core. Forward fold. Reach all the way up to standing. Hands, heart center. We're adding on from here. It's your reach up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Low lunge. Bring your hands down to your mat. Step the left foot back. Bend the knee, come all the way down into a low lunge. We're stretching our hips here. Blocks, we're going to want them nearby when we come through next time. Here comes the inhale, reach up. Bring it forward. Tuck your back toes under. You're coming, lifting so you can step back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach all the way up. Hands, heart center. Here comes the other side. Reach up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Hands are on your mat. Low lunge. Support yourself. Take the right leg back. Knee comes down to the mat. Set yourself up. Here's the inhale, reach up. Feel the opening. Lift your chest to the ceiling. As you exhale, hands would come back down to your mat. Here's your chance. Lift the back leg. And it's your push off to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach all the way up. Hands, heart center. I'm adding on from here. It's your inhale, lift. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Here's your low lunge. This time I'm going to keep my knee up, off. I do have my block nearby, so I'm setting my block up to help support in the low lunge. You can always do this with your knee down if you would prefer that version. Then once you're set up, if you choose, you add your twist and your opening. Bring your arm down, and to come up, you're going to shift your weight back and give yourself a little push to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach all the way up. Hands, heart center. Here comes the other side. Reach up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Here comes the low lunge. Support yourself, back foot goes down. Setting yourself up into your lunge, strong back leg, big opening for your hip. And then when you're ready, you would open. Bring the arm down. And here comes the lift up. So your little press. Bring yourself back to standing. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach all the way up. Hands. Heart center. We're moving on from here. So I'm going to grab a block, and I'm going to use a block between my thighs for chair pose. We're going to start with our chair pose here. So block is between your hips. Feet are grounding down. Here comes chair pose. Take it down. Hold it here. So let yourself relax. Now, arms can be out to the front. Sometimes it feels better for your back to have them at goal post. This is really just a preference on where you want your arms. Work with your breath. As you come up, I want you to focus. Balance, because we are lifting our heels. Find your focal spot. Lift your heels up. Heels come down. Here comes your chair pose one more time. Here's the slide down. Hold the pose once you get there. One more breath here. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale. Balance as you come up. Bottom of the feet can stay grounded. Find your focal spot in front. Heels come up. Right there. Let your heels come down. You can take the block from between your thighs. Hold it in your hands right here. Warrior one. Step your left foot back. Let your fingertips reach up as you take your warrior one pose. So think chest, rib cage to the front. And then we extend, hold, focus on your breath right here. Activate the back leg, squeeze the left glute. Back leg is straight, strong. Now take your inhale. As you exhale, take your block, bring it behind your back. So now you're gonna hold the block behind your back. You're inhaling, lift your chest, humble warrior. Keep pressing your hands into your block as you come forward. Can't you extend your arms a little further or lift them a little higher? Start bringing your block down to the floor in front of you. And we're taking standing splits. You would shift your weight to your front leg. And here comes the support. I'm taking my standing split part way. You can take it as far as it feels good for you today. Left foot comes down. Bring your block as you stand all the way up right here. And now we go into our warrior one on the other side. Left foot is to the front. Right foot steps back. Here comes. Block lifts up. And we're trying to lengthen through our elbows, but our shoulders relax. And here's the strong back leg. Stay focused on your breath. Take one more inhale. When you exhale, bring the block down behind your back. First, you inhale, lift your chest. Humble warrior, exhale. You're coming forward, holding your block between your hands. Gaze is towards your back thumb. Reach your arms, lift, lengthen. Start bringing your block down to the floor in front of you as you prepare for your standing splits. Start shifting your weight to the front leg. And then you lift maybe a little, maybe a lot. It just depends what works for you as you take the lift. Bring your foot down to the floor. And then we bring ourselves all the way up right here. And you can go ahead, get yourself ready to go through a vinyasa. Take an inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale, relax down. Soften the neck, soften the shoulders. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands are coming to the mat for your plank pose. Feet can walk back. Set yourself up into your plank. Bring your knees to the mat as we get ready to take our crunching from all fours. Take one leg out behind. Opposite arm is going to come to the front. And now we add our crunch. Bring your elbow to your knee. Extend out long. You add your crunch in. Your extend out. Here's your crunch. And your extension. 2 more times here. Bring it in. Extend it out. 1 more time. Bring it in. Extend it out. Hold it here. Little balance. Release this side. And we get ready to take it to the other side. Set yourself up. Leg goes back. Arm and leg can be hip height. Here comes the crunch. Bring your elbow to your knee. Extend out long. Here's the crunch in. Extend out. Here's the in and the out. Let's take 2 more. We bring it in. We extend it out 1 more time. Hold it out for your balance. There's the hold. Release your arm and leg down. Downward dog. Lift your hips. Press back. Feel your inhale. Diaphragm, ribs, chest. Feel the exhale. And now step, walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bring yourself all the way up. Hands, heart center. We're taking our warrior 2 pose. Keep your right foot to the front. Left foot steps back. And set yourself, just think front knee right over your ankle, back leg is straight, rib cage, chest to the front. Fingertips can reach side to side. And now feel your inhale, feel your exhale. So as you inhale, you can lengthen through the top of your head. When you exhale, ground down through your feet. We stay for 1 more breath. When you inhale, flip your front hand, reach back, reverse. Here's your reverse warrior. You have all your options. You can look up. You can look straight ahead. You can choose to look down your thigh. Take an inhale. As you exhale, extend it, side angle. Forearm to the thigh. Let the back arm reach. Get a little more length. Open your chest to the ceiling. And there's strong core. We're gonna drop the bottom arm so it's straight right here. Use it to open the leg. So feel your core, feel your legs working. Strong move right here. Triangle pose. Top hand reaches to the ceiling. Front leg goes straight. Now you might need to bring your upper body more upright so you're in a good position for you. So we don't need to be low. We want to think lengthen, tailbone, top of the head. Here comes that strong, active core as you hold the pose. Warrior two, bring yourself up. Bend the front leg. Reach through your fingertips. Connect with your breath. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. We're coming right into our plank. You're going to hands to the mat. Here comes footsteps back. Hold your plank. Downward dog, lift your hips. Now we're taking our crunches. You can do this from all fours. That's where we were last time. Or from downward dog. From downward dog, lift your right leg. And then you're going to slide into a plank as you bring your knee to your nose and open between your shoulder blades. And then press back. Here comes slide forward, crunch in, open, press the leg back. One more time here. Slide in, add your crunch, press the leg back, hold it up. Right foot comes to the mat. Now you lift the left. Leg goes up. Add your crunch. Knee to nose. Glide forward. Press back. So as you come forward, it's your plank as you bring your knee to your nose. Open. Press back. One more time. Slide forward. And then press back, hold it up, foot comes down to the mat, and now you would step, walk to the top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold, reach all the way up to standing, hands, heart center. We're taking our warrior two on the other side. Left foot is to the front, right foot opens up. There's the bend in the front leg. Check to see you're upright through the center of your body. Shoulders relaxed. Soft gaze over your front fingertips. Keep attention on your breath. Feel your feet grounding down. Take your inhale. Reverse your warrior as you exhale. There's the lift. Keep the bend in the front leg. And then gaze goes where it works best for you in your pose today. Take your inhale, extended side angle. You bring your forearm to your thigh. Back arm is gonna reach. We're thinking a long straight line. Check in with your breath. Here comes the option, bottom arm goes down straight. A little bit more leg, a little bit more core as you hold it here. Top hand goes straight up. Here comes triangle. Leg goes straight, and you might need to bring your upper body up further as you take the triangle pose. So you're gonna find the spot where it works for you. You could be high, you could be low. It's more about length. Here comes that strong core, engaged legs. Warrior two, as you bring yourself up, there comes your warrior two. Feel the connection with your breath. You take your inhale, we windmill our hands, that's your exhale, you're coming down and through. Windmill through, hands meet the mat, you're in your plank pose. Downward dog, lift your hips. We're going into our crunches again. Remember, you can do these on your knees, but we are taking it into our fallen angel with our side plank. Lift one leg, three-legged dog. Add your crunches. You're bringing your knee to your nose. Extend back. This time, take your knee to the outside arm. A little bit more opening here. Press back. This time, take the knee underneath and across to the opposite arm. And this is where you extend the leg out. So now my leg is out behind, underneath me. And I take a side plank as I lift up. Both my feet are on the mat. Lift, open. Hand comes down to the mat. Return to your downward dog. Press back. And we get ready for the other side. Left leg goes up. Knee to nose, glide in. Press back. Knee to the outside thigh. Hold it, little pause. Press back. Knee to the opposite arm. I think I said that last time. Here comes through. Once you have that, think side plank, lift, open. Bring the arm down. Here comes your downward dog. Press back. If you want to take a child's pose, take a quick child's pose. You can rest. Let your shoulders relax. Stretch through your spine, your back. Stay connected with your breath. From here, we will all meet in our downward dog. From downward dog, we will step walk to the top of our mat. It is your halfway lift. Forward fold. And reach all the way up to standing. Hands, heart center. Step into a wide angle. We're going to take a wide angle fold. You start with your toes pointing straight ahead. Hands can come to your hips to begin. Take an inhale, lift up. Here comes your forward fold. Now as you go down, knees soft. Hands can come down to the mat. Some of us, halfway is perfect. Some of you might want to go lower, top of the head towards the mat. Hands in line with your feet. And then you focus on your breath. Wherever you are, you want to feel the weight, even on both feet. So check to see, can you feel the bottom of your right and left foot into the mat? Same as, can you feel the inside and the outside of the foot? So if you're all the way rolled to the outside, can you bring it so your foot is centered? And you feel both the inside and the outside of the foot on the mat. Take one more breath here. As you inhale, you bring yourself halfway up. That's soft knees, bend the knees, bring your hands to your hips. As you inhale, you bring yourself all the way up. We always want to take our time. We're going to take our toes to the corners of our mat as we get ready for goddess pose. Toes to the corners of the mat, knees open up, you slide down. We're going to open our arms right here. Let yourself settle into your goddess pose. So think, pull in the core, open the chest. Check in with your breath. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale. Take one more breath here. Bring yourself up. Keep your feet exactly as they are. Take a side lunge. Lunge off to the right. Hip slides back. And now take your slide to the left. We'll do this again. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. One more time each side. Here comes the slide, hips press back, core engaged. Bring it up, and here comes the other side. We are going to meet in the center. We're doing our forward fold one more time. We're adding a twist. I'm going to use my block because I like my block when I twist, but that is personal preference. So toes, remember forward fold, we want our toes straight ahead. You're taking your fold down. Now I'm taking my hand to the block. And then when you're ready, hips stay level. You add your twist through your mid-upper back. If you want to add the arm, feel free to add the arm. That is completely optional. You don't have to. And it's also a chance for you to check. Keep your hips level. Keep breathing. Steady inhale. Steady exhale. Release this arm down. Let that hand connect to the block. And then when you're ready, add your twist. And like I said, you might keep your arm low. That might feel better for your shoulder. You might choose to lift and twist. And then just double check to see hips. You want them to be level. Take one more breath. Release the hand down. Give yourself your forward fold here, wherever it feels good. With an inhale, you can bring yourself all the way up. Block can go out of the way. Stand all the way up right here. Feet can come in. We are practicing our tree pose wherever you like to practice tree. I'll be on my mat. Maybe I'll be on my carpeting. And then you choose where it works best for you. Choose which leg you want to start with. Find your focal spot. And then you choose. Kickstand. Maybe it's your low leg. Maybe you bring it all the way up. Once you have your legs, arms are your choice. Hands heart center. Maybe you open your arms up. Maybe you reach towards the ceiling. It is your pose. Take the version that works for you today. Hold it just a little longer. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Go ahead, shake it out. And we get ready to take it to the other side. So feel the grounding down through the foot. Now you choose the version that works for you. Now once you have your legs set up, choose where you want to take your arms. They could stay at heart center. Maybe you open or you reach. Hold it just a little bit longer. Arms relax, legs release. Give yourself a shake. We are going to meet at the top of the mat as we get ready to take it down to the floor. It is going to be your inhale, reach up, last time here. Forward fold, exhale. Enjoy the fold here, knees soft, neck relaxes, shake it out. Halfway lift, lengthen, hips back, weight is even in your feet. Hands come down to your mat, walk back into your plank pose. Hold your plank here. Gently lower yourself to the mat and bring yourself into cobra. High, low, wherever cobra works for you. Giving yourself a stretch right there. Gently release yourself down. We're taking our locust pose here. You can have your hands come by your thighs. We are going to reach towards our toes. The legs come up. Feel the lift opening right here. Hands can come by your rib cage, shoulders back, cobra, arms or legs go down. Now, if you choose, if you lift your thighs, there's your upward dog. Connect with your breath. And then gently lower yourself all the way down. We're going to bring one foot in towards your glute, reach back. You can take this other arm just like you do in Sphinx pose. And you're gonna add a little half lift right here. So you're gonna feel some stretching in your quads, opening through your shoulders. Gently release down and take it to the other side. So now you have the other arm down like you do for Sphinx. Foot can come in, you reach back. Maybe you reach it, maybe you don't. It's different for all of us. And there is an opening, you may feel a big stretch in your quad. You want to stay out of your low back, so think lengthen through the top of your head. And now gently release down here. This time we're going to grab both of our ankles as long as it works for you. So maybe you just reach for your ankles and you stay here. Maybe you can kick your ankles into your hands and think lift up a little bit. So think lift a little bit of your thighs off the mat, chest, open, open, open. And then gently release everything down. Take your forehead, cheek to the mat. Give yourself a little break. So because we were just doing a back bend, we are taking this into kneeling. We're going to bring ourselves up into kneeling and take our camel pose. Here's knees under hips. Now I like to tuck my toes under, that's personal preference. Option one right here, hands come to the back of your hips, low back. And then you would lift your chest up towards the ceiling. So it's more of a lift up as you look towards your back wall. So you want to think length, keep lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. With your inhale, you bring yourself all the way up. Take your time so you don't get dizzy. Now I'm going to do that one more time, adding on. If you want to reach towards your heels the next time, you're more than welcome to. But that is an option. So remember, right here, option one, you would lift your chest, look back a little bit. If you want more, you would start reaching towards your heels, but you're still lifting your chest towards the ceiling. Open up, feel the lift. To come out of this, you would support your low back. Bring yourself up, and we're gonna go right into bridge pose. I'm gonna have you come onto your backs and take a bridge. And that is because we've already done so much work in back bending that we're gonna keep that. After that, we'll go ahead and give ourselves a nice stretch through our spine. So here comes your bridge. Hands are by your sides. Feet pressed down. Here comes the lift and the hold in your bridge. So wherever it works for you is where you're going to take it. And we hold the bridge. We're going to stay here just for a little while, holding the bridge. Stay here for about 15 more seconds. Now, if you're feeling discomfort, make sure you shoot your tailbone away. Make sure you have your feet grounding into the mat. Here comes the release down. Gently release down. Now, when you get there, open the feet to the width of your mat. And then let your knees collapse in. So we're going to gently release our back. We did a lot of back bending. First, you let the back settle. Then it's windshield wiper legs. We take it from one side to the other. So this is so you can start releasing a little more through your back and your hips from doing the back bending. Now from here, we take our butterfly bound angle legs. That's one more time to release through your low back. Bottoms of the feet would come together. Now, if that bothers your knees or your hips, take your blocks, put them underneath your thighs for support. Otherwise, you're gonna let your low back open up just a little bit more right here. And then just feel the breath come in. It's your chance to reset. It's a little break right here. And now we'll start bringing our knees into our chest. Here comes the big hug. Knees to your chest, hugging, maybe little circles on your back if that feels good. Then in the other direction, giving yourself a really nice chance to release your spine. Knees towards the armpits, bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. And again, lengthen, tailbone, top of the head. Feel the stretch right here. Side to side rocking often feels really good. And now from here, we're gonna roll up so we can practice our boat pose. So I'm gonna roll up, holding onto my thighs. Feel free to come to the side and take it up from the side. But otherwise, we're gonna all meet in a seated position as we get ready for boat pose. Now my boat, I'm gonna do my first one. Feet are down on the floor and you lean back. Now I know a lot of you, when you practice boat, you like your legs up. So feel free to take your legs up if you want them up. I'm keeping mine down today. And then you find that perfect spot. Core is engaged. Here comes the reach up if you want it with your fingertips. Little added challenge as you hold it. Bring your hands down, sit up tall, take a butterfly pose in between. Now we're gonna do 2 more boat poses. So give yourself a little stretch release. I said butterfly, but you might like something else a little better. Start bringing yourself up. The knees come in. Now, second time through, maybe you choose to lift your legs. Maybe you choose to keep them down. Your choice. Hands can stay behind your thighs, but you might choose to reach your fingertips out. Let your gaze go over your toes if your feet are lifted. Fingertips can reach up. You're adding a little more work to the pose. Arms come down, feet come down, butterfly, bound angle, or any other pose that feels good for you as you take it here. One more time, coming into your boat pose. So right here, you choose feet down, feet up, personal preference, hands behind your thighs or not. Maybe you reach your fingertips, maybe you reach up. Third option is opening to the side. You're gonna feel a little more work as you open and hold it. Remember to breathe. Stay with your breath. Hands can come down. Here comes the sit up tall. Add your butterfly bound angle one more time. So here comes this stretch wherever it works best for you. We're going to do our malasana pose, and then we will start stretching everything. So for malasana, this is that, it's also called a Hindu squat. Some of us like to take it with our glutes on the block. It is your pose, feet wide, and you're going to bring yourself through into a seated position. Now, some of us are going to take the block underneath your hips because that feels better. But some might be able to take it and sit in a comfortable position here. Great pose to practice daily. Not always the most comfortable when you start, but trust me, it gets better over time. And we want to focus on our breath. Feeling the inhale. Feeling the exhale. And it's a chance. Do you feel the weight on both sides, or do you favor one side over the other? We're going to hold it a little bit longer. The good news is we stretch as soon as we're done. So remember to breathe. And you can start relaxing here. So if you have the block, you can take it out from underneath your hips. If you don't have the block, we're going to start stretch your legs all the way out. So after being like that, take a long stretch, reaching through your heels. Now today I grabbed a strap. So if you want to use your strap today, feel free to use it. But remember, we do these stretches without straps all the time. It's a forward fold to start. If you're using a strap, it's going to go around the bottom of the foot. And when I say that, I mean the ball of the foot, because we want to be nice to the arches of our feet. A lot of tendons go through there. And then if you're holding onto the strap, you can think a little more length, but we don't want to over tug. We still want to keep our shoulders, neck relaxed, and it's a chance to stretch through the lower body as well as the backside. Now, stretching means that when we inhale, we reach through the top of our head. When you exhale, you relax into the pose. So maybe you just get a little bit deeper. It's just minor, minutia, little movements. Start bringing yourself all the way up. If you're using the strap, we're going to keep the strap around the right foot and bring the left inside. I like to mention, if this bothers your knee or your hip on the left side, use a block to support your thigh so you're not tugging. We want to be able to enjoy the stretch on the right side here. Now this, the sternum, the middle of the chest comes over the thigh. So there is a little bit of a twist as you bring yourself forward. Same idea. Our foot is flat, toes are towards the ceiling. You can always bend the knee, soften the knee, and work with your breath. Inhale, lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, it's a softness. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way up, and now we switch sides. So you'll take the left foot in the strap if you choose to use a strap. Right leg comes in, and again, it's always the option to use a block. We want to be nice to our joints. And then once you have that, there's the inhale. When you go down, think center of your chest is over the thigh. So that means there's a little bit of a twist in there. Then the foot, it's still flat with the toes towards the ceiling. If it likes to swivel, it's great if you have the strap, because you can level your foot out And yes, you notice little changes with those little movements. With an inhale, bring yourself up. You can set your strap to the side. Lift the right knee up and take it across your midline. So now we're going to add our twist. Our left foot is still long and straight. You hug the leg in, so maybe you get a stretch down your outer hip, outer thigh. Add your gentle twist to the right. And our left leg is still active, toes towards the ceiling. We both have both of our sitting bones down on the mat as you take your twist. You bring yourself to the center. You would straighten out the right leg. And now you bring the left leg in. Bring it in, take it across. So right leg is active. Hug the knees, sit a little taller. Here comes your twist when you're ready. And check, did you keep your right foot active? Leg is active. Can you feel both your sitting bones in the mat? Bring yourself to the front. Open your legs, wide angle pose. We're taking our feet out wide. So we did this standing, now we're gonna do it sitting. Toes are towards the ceiling, knees are towards the ceiling. You're always welcome to bend your legs if that feels better as you come forward into your forward fold. Some are gonna stay a little higher because that feels great. Some will slide down. So this will depend on what works for your body. There isn't a right place to be. The place that feels really good for you is where you're going to go. Use your breath, inhale, bring yourself up. Legs can come in and we're going to take it down to the floor, adding some of our stretches on our back. Take your strap with you. Take a block with you if you like to use a block for some of your moves. Our first stretch is going to be knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug here. So when you take this one, let's let the tailbone relax down on the mat. Now keep hugging the front leg in, extend the back leg all the way out. This is to open up our hips. We need the bottom leg active, pressing down and away so we get a nice stretch through our hips. From here, I'm taking my strap today because I have it. I'm going to take this strap around the bottom of my foot as I extend the foot up towards the ceiling. Now remember, I put it at the ball of my foot. That's for safety reasons. And then I take the strap and level the bottom of my foot towards the ceiling. And then I'm gonna let my hip relax into the mat. And give yourself a hamstring stretch. Sometimes a hamstring stretch feels better if you bend the back leg. So that'll depend on your hip flexors. Now we're going to open this leg to the outside. Clasp the strap in the outside hand. Open the leg wherever that is for you. Now you want to keep your both hips down on the floor. So if you start rolling over to the side, reset, push your hip down so you have both hips down and you feel the stretch through the inner thigh. Now, once your foot is out there, if you choose, you could use your strap to bring your leg a little closer to your forehead. So maybe you pull the leg a little further forward. That's an option. Start taking the leg up to the center. We're going to take it across our midline. This is your chance to stretch your outer hip, outer thigh. So there's the open across. Start bringing the leg back to the center. Both your knees come into your chest. Take a little reset here. Hips down, little reset. Here comes the hug. Back leg in, front leg out. Start with a long, straight leg, active by pressing the heel down and away from you. There is the opening through your hips. It should feel good. We want this to feel good. We would start taking the strap around the bottom of the foot if you chose to use a strap. Use a strap to level out the bottom of the foot. And then we add that soften. When I say soften, that's hip into the mat. Breath is soft. We start taking the leg to the outside, class of strap in the outside, open the leg. And then here's your chance. Check to see, did you keep your hips down? We want to stay flat through our low back. Once your foot is out to the side, if you choose to use your strap to bring your foot a little closer to your forehead, go for it. It increases the stretch, but we always want to be nice to our body. Bring the leg up to center. Switch the hand holding the strap and then take the leg across. Start bringing the leg up to the center. You can set your strap to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. We are taking our figure four from here. That would be bottoms of the feet can come down on the floor, ankle over the knee. So this is your figure four. You might stay here. You might choose to lift the leg up. They're all great options. So you pick the one that works for you, holding this stretch, feeling the opening through your hip. If your leg is lifted, you can bring it down to the floor, open your arms to the side, take a spinal twist. So the bottom of the foot is coming to the floor, you're adding your twist in your figure four here. And then you make adjustments on where you need to stretch most. You might move the leg a little closer, further away. Start bringing the leg back up to the center. And then we switch sides. You take that foot down. Here's your figure four on the other side. You can keep it low. You can lift it up. It is wherever your body needs it most. And then we hold the pose, feel the stretch, make little micro movements on where the stretch works best for you. You can bring your foot back down to the floor. We're taking our twist here, arms open to the side. There comes the spinal twist in your figure four. We start bringing the legs back up to center. Take a happy baby, bring your knees in towards your armpits, bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. Maybe a little rocking side to side. We are gonna reach our toes up to the ceiling here, coming into a little uh, inversion slash legs up the wall type movement. Just check to see legs are over your hips. Let's pull our toes towards our forehead. Give yourself a stretch here. And now point your toes away. Pull your toes towards your forehead. Point your toes away. One more time. Pull your toes down. Point your toes up. Now keep your toes up and spread them as far apart as you can. So now we're trying to get space between all of our toes. Stretch your toes, stretch your toes, stretch your toes the best you can. Soften the toes, add ankle circles in one direction. Add ankle circles in the opposite direction. We're staying here for one more minute. You can choose, maybe you have your toes pointed, maybe they're relaxed. If you like to take a little V, feel free to take a V. So it's wherever you want to spend your last about 45 seconds with your legs up. If you like to take a shoulder stand, feel free to take that as well. Just be very nice to your neck. We want to start letting our breath relax, finding a good pace, a good rhythm. You have about 15 seconds remaining, so choose what you'd like to do for the last 15 seconds. And from here, knees would come into your chest. Give yourself a nice release. Maybe it's happy baby, maybe it's knees to chest. It's whatever feels good. Maybe it's rocking, maybe it's a little side to side, whatever feels good. Now we're getting ready to go into Shavasana. And you can choose if you want to do any other stretches, moves to allow you to relax in Shavasana, please go for it. Otherwise, you can start taking your feet out to the corners of the mat. Now, if that bothers your low back, because we will be here for a couple minutes, feel free to keep a bend in your knees. Arms would come by your side. And start relaxing, releasing any remaining tension you may be holding on to. That means our breath is going at your own pace, your own rhythm. Begin scanning your body from the top of your head to your toes, allowing everything to relax. Is your forehead soft? Is your jaw relaxed? Is your tongue dropped away from the roof of your mouth? Is there softness in your shoulders, elbows, fingertips? Can you release any tension from your hips, your thighs, toes. You can begin adding movement in your fingers and your toes, and a little deepness to your breath as you reach your arms overhead and your toes reach away. Feel a big stretch, take a big breath. Knees will begin coming into your chest. From there, we take ourselves on the side as we reconnect with our breath. From here, we bring ourselves up into a comfortable seated position where we meet with our hands, heart center. We'll take our inhale, reach up, hands, heart center, exhale. Namaste. Thank you all very much.